Good evening, everyone. This is Bill Breeden. Thank you for joining me tonight. Tonight we're going to go over the constellation Chameleon, or the Chameleon, for our 84th constellation tour. We're in the south celestial polar region of the sky, so we're set up tonight for simulated viewing from Buenos Aires, Argentina. We're set up for April the 2nd of 2022 at about 9:30 p.m. Chameleon is a circumpolar constellation, so it is visible all year from the southern hemisphere looking south. And it is very, very faint and obscure. There are no bright stars in Chameleon. So finding it is a matter of just coming off of the Southern Cross. So let's see how we would go about doing that. Okay, we're looking south, and in April, the Southern Cross is going to be a little bit higher up. And here it is right here. So to find Chameleon, you want to come off these two stars here, the top and bottom of the cross, and you want to go about twice the distance yet again. So there's one, and there's two. So this region of the sky right here, where you really don't see any stars, is the region of Chameleon. Okay, let's go over that again. Crux, or the Southern Cross, and Alpha and Beta Centauri are used to find the south celestial pole by simply drawing a line this way through the Southern Cross and bisecting Alpha and Beta Centauri and coming this way. Where those two lines meet takes you to the approximate location of the south celestial pole, around which all of the southern constellations revolve. Okay, they revolve in a clockwise direction from the southern hemisphere. So Crux, Alpha and Beta Centauri, they're all heading this way, heading up here, then they're going to come down here and they're going to swing down this way in a clockwise direction around the south celestial pole here. So depending on the time of year or the time of night, Chameleon can be in a different location. Still going to be pretty much due south though. So you want to come off the Southern Cross, come down through these stars, come the distance again, and then the distance again. And you're going to find this region of the sky here is where you'll see Chameleon. Okay, well, there's not much in Chameleon, so let's start off by making it dark. Let's travel to a simulated dark site. We see the beautiful Milky Way here of the southern sky, crux among the Milky Way stars here. You've got Alpha and Beta Centauri. You've got the large Magellanic Cloud over here, the small Magellanic Cloud here, and the south celestial pole is right around here. So let's find Chameleon. We're going to come off the Southern Cross here, and then off one more, two more times. So this is the region of Chameleon. The real challenge for me would be to go to the southern hemisphere and actually try to find Chameleon in real life. That would be interesting. Let's take a look at the mythical figures. And you can see here's Crux, or the Southern Cross. And you come off the distance one more time and you're in the realm of Musca the fly. And you come another time down here and you're in the realm of the Chameleon. Not really any bright stars here. You got a couple stars here near the Chameleon's eye. Got another one down here around the Chameleon's tail. Okay, well there's not much to see in Chameleon, but let's explore what we do have. Delta Chameleontis is a double star. So let's use our go-to scope. That's what it's for. Not even sure what the three-letter abbreviation for Camellia is. Well, looks like I'm going to have to learn that. CHA. All right. CHA. Just learned something new. So Delta Chameleontis is a double star. We've just pointed our go-to scope at it. Let's have a look at it through the finder. Ooh, that's a nice double. Here's a view, approximately a 6-degree true field of view, giving you a simulated binocular view. You can almost see the whole constellation at this magnification. It's incredible. And through a 19mm panoptic, not only is Delta Chameleontis really pretty, but this is a really pretty star field with lots of contrasting colors. Delta shines at magnitude 6 and is located 354 light years from Earth. Okay, there is a planetary nebula within Chameleon. It's NGC 3195. This is also cataloged as Caldwell 109, shining at magnitude 11.6, located 6,400 light years from Earth. A little planetary nebula through the finder scope looks stellar. So let's have a look through an eyepiece. There's your 19mm panoptic. We need a little more power on these planetary nebulae. So through a 9mm delight eyepiece, it's really a stunning view. Magnitude 11.6, that one would be a challenge. Okay, let's use Stellarium as a star chart and see if we can find anything else within Chameleon. So let's start by turning on our constellation boundaries. And you can see here the area of the sky that Chameleon occupies, very close to the south celestial pole, meaning that it is circumpolar from most locations in the southern hemisphere. And let's zoom in a little bit here, and let's go to our sky and viewing options. Let's turn on our star names, and let's turn on our deep sky labels. Looks like we got a couple things showing up here. Let's crank it up a little higher. Okay, let's not go crazy. This part of the sky over here, that's way too much detail, but within Chameleon, not so much. So, any requests? Well, this is pre-recorded, so you're going to have to pick the one I pick. Does anyone else here pick NGC 3195? It caught my eye because it's different. And that's the symbol for a planetary nebula. So let's take a look at that. That's the one we just looked at. That is Caldwell 109. Pretty cool. Okay, we have 3 other objects showing up here, 2 NGCs and 1 IC. So since we're already in the neighborhood here, let's check out NGC 3149. We can get Stellarium to select it. There we go. This is a 12th, nearly 13th magnitude galaxy. Wow. There's no distance listed. So let's see what we've got here. See if it shows up in our finder or our eyepiece. All we've got is an icon. So what that tells you is that Stellarium doesn't have an image of it in its database. But if you look through your telescope, you should see something in that spot, even if it is very faint. For a 13th magnitude galaxy, you really need a 12-inch telescope to see any detail. Let's see if I can get back to where I was here. Yeah, here we go. Let's take a look at NGC 2915. I like to explore obscure constellations now and then. This is a 12.6 magnitude galaxy. This one does have a distance listed of 10.7 million light years. And there's no image of it within Stellarium. But that's okay. All right, there was one more object showed up when we were in star chart mode. And there it is right there, IC 3104. Navigating Stellarium can be interesting. This is a galaxy, magnitude 12.8, located 10.1 million light years from Earth. And here's your view of the region through binoculars or a finder scope. And through an eyepiece. Again, no image in Stellarium. Pretty much to be expected with magnitudes this low. If they populated their database with images of 12th and 13 magnitude galaxies, they would have to have hundreds of thousands of images, because the magnitude scale is logarithmic rather than linear. Each magnitude fainter is represents 2.5 times dimmer. So some quick math here tells me that there would be 2.5 times as many objects available at each fainter magnitude level. So however many galaxies there are to plot at 8th magnitude, you'd need 2.5 times as many at 9th magnitude, then 2.5 times as many of those at 10th magnitude, 2.5 times as many of those at 11th magnitude, and so on. So by the time you get down to 12th and 13th magnitude, the size of the database would be enormous. Okay, let's return Stellarium to star chart mode. Okay, I don't have anything else on my list here for Chameleon, so this will conclude our tour tonight. Thank you so much for joining me. Good night and good seeing.